I'm a chiropractor. I carry my spine. When I was a student at chiropractic school, I would carry this spine from class to class, and it would help me learn about spinal anatomy and how the spine functions. And those of you who are my patients, you know that every once in a while I'll take out the spine to show you how chiropractic care works and what a spine can do for you. But now, I'm ready to take this backbone to the one place in Hawaii that needs the backbone the most. And of course, that's the State House. For years, I've just sat on the sidelines watching how our elected representatives work for the most part. I see them work without courage, for the most part without strength, without any backbone. Our state government is too big, it spends too much money, and because it's so lopsided, with Republicans and Democrats unbalanced, hardly any real progress is done, as Lynn Finnegan explained. This has got to stop, and it's time to bring backbone into our state government. For years, I've watched our elected representatives try to fix the economy. When times are good and there's a budget surplus, our legislature seems to find more and more ways just to spend that extra money. And then when times are hard, like the recession we find ourselves in now, the simple answer, it seems that they come upon time and time again, is simply to raise our taxes. This has got to stop. It's time for our government to have some backbone. For years, I've watched our elected representatives try to fix our public schools, to improve the future for our children through better public education. It seems that the only answer our elected representatives have time and time again is just to throw more and more money into the Department of Education, as if that's the one thing that will fix our problems. To me, that's like having a car with a broken transmission, flat tires, steering wheel don't work, pulling into the gas station and filling up with gas, thinking as long as I have a full tank of gas, this car is gonna run. The DOE has to realize that money is not the problem. Our legislature has to realize that more money to the DOE is not the solution to fix our public schools. We need to find better solutions and focus on the real problems. The way we're gonna do that is getting some backbone into our state government. What is a leader that has backbone? Political issues will come and go. Issues as to what's important to the people will come and go. And a leader might think that the best way to prove themselves as a leader is to align themselves with the best issues. But what I have come to believe is that a true leader with strength, courage, and a backbone is going to adhere themselves not to the issues, but to principles and values. And I'd just like to share what I think are some of the important principles and values a leader should have. One, a leader should always try to achieve more with less through innovation and creative thinking. A leader should always try to build relationships of trust with everyone that he or she works with. A leader should always be thinking unselfishly, trying to find win-win situations in whatever conflict comes about. A leader with backbone should have the integrity to always do what is right, even when the right thing is not the easy choice or even the most popular choice. And finally, a leader should be able to sacrifice what is wanted now for what is needed most. These are the principles of leadership that I've tried to apply my whole life, whether it be in my family, in my business, in my church, in serving the community. I'm not perfect, but I promise that I will stand on these principles when I get to the House of Representatives. What I'd like to do, as our Lieutenant Governor said, this is not going to be an easy race. We are definitely the underdog. We are definitely the long shot. The opponent, the incumbent, has been in office since 1992. He has the full backing of the unions and the Democratic Party machine in Hawaii. But I know we can and we will win come November. Definitely. And when we do pull off that victory in November, it will go down as one of the biggest political upsets in the history of Hawaii politics, for sure. And it starts now with all of us. They call it a grassroots campaign because it starts small. And like grass, it just expands out throughout the community. To start off with my campaign, kicking it off, I would humbly ask each of you, whether you live in my district or not, to fill out this I Got Your Back card so we can have your contact information, have the ways that you are willing to help our campaign, and then when we collect this information over the months ahead, we'll be able to ask for your help and continued support in all that we do. Please, before you leave, my daughter and her friends will be carrying around clipboards. They'll have these cards. Please fill it out. Please fill it out. And this is what's going to start our campaign on the road to victory. Finally, I'd just like to say this. Since I declared my candidacy, I've been asked over and over, why are you doing this? Why are you running for office? And there are many reasons why I'm doing it. Fixing the economy to play a part in that. Fixing our public schools to play a part of that. But the bottom line that I'd like to share with you now, the reason why I'd like to be a representative in the State House, it's for my kids. It's for Carissa, Malachi, Faith, and Josiah. Because I want them to grow up in a Hawaii that is better than it is now. And when I ask myself, with the state government in place, what can my children and my grandchildren expect in the future? Will they live in a place where education is held precious, where the economy allows them to pursue their dreams? Will they live in a community where the family unit is still held sacred and the strength of family is the most important thing? What I see and have seen over the past years tells me, unless people are willing to step up and fight for a change, it's not going to happen. So I've decided, why wait? I'll be the one, all of us will be the one together to make this type of change for our children and our grandchildren. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much.